Hello and welcome back to The Daily Poem here on the Close Reads Podcast Network. I'm David Kern. Today's poem is brought to you by a friend of mine, an author named S.D. Smith. Some of you may know him as Sam Smith. He's the author of the Green Ember series, a best-selling middle-grade adventure saga, which has reached hundreds of thousands of readers and actually even spent time as the #1 best-selling audiobook in the world on Audible. So that's a pretty good accomplishment. I visited Sam recently to do an interview with him for Forma magazine. We had some microphones out, and I figured, hey, you want to read a poem for the podcast? So he read one of his favorite poems, and it is by C.S. Lewis. Most of you know C.S. Lewis as the author of books of fiction like The Chronicles of Narnia or Perelandra and the Space Trilogy, books like that. And he, of course, wrote many books of theology, including Mere Christianity and The Four Loves and The Problem of Pain and, many others. But he also was a poet. He was a fairly prolific poet. He's not a well-known poet, and he's probably not as good a poet as he is a prose writer. But one of Sam's very favorite poems is the poem that you are about to hear by C.S. Lewis.
Have you not seen that in our days, of any whose story, song, or art delights us, our sincerest praise means when all's said, you break my heart? My name is S.D. Smith, and this is a poem by C.S. Lewis, and it's in the back of his book called Poems, and it's in the Epigrams and Epitaphs section. And I love it because it's short, to the point. His high praise for his friend Tolkien's stories was, I believe, here are joys that pierce like swords. And there's a quality of all the art we love that has within it quite a bit of pain. And I think he expresses that well in this poem, though he did not think himself a great poet, and many other people don't. I love his poetry. Here it is again. Have you not seen that in our days, of any whose story, song, or art delights us, our sincerest praise means, when all's said, you break my heart?
Many thanks to Sam Smith, S.D. Smith, for sharing that poem with us. If you want to learn more about Sam, you can go to sdsmith.net, or you can find his books on Amazon. And again, they are the Green Ember series. They're a great middle-grade adventure saga. And of course, you can find him on Instagram and on Twitter and on Facebook at SD Smith. This has been The Daily Poem. Thanks so much for listening. I will be back tomorrow with another poem for you.